Nyam, Senator, to withdraw this bill in its entirety, because the bill seeks to amend the Mining Act to provide for legislative framework for the utilization of mineral royalties for the benefit of communities where exploitation of mineral resources occur. Royalties. In 1960, Mr. Speaker, the only African head of government who understood neo-colonialism was Patrice Lumumba in DRC. And on Independence Day, when he was asked to speak, he told the King of Belgium that, "Sir, we are no longer your monkeys."
Kakamega County Senator Bonny Khalwale, Daktari, the bullfighter, has done it again. Today, on the chambers of the Senate, on the floor of the House, Senator Daktari Bonny Khalwale has called the Ruto's mole, Ruto's bodyguard, Ruto's fighter, Nandi Senator Samson Cheralgei. Senator Bonny Khalwale has taken him to school. He has schooled him. He has taken him some classes that he did not or maybe not attend. Labda kuna classes ambazo haku attend. Daktari Bonny Khalwale has decided on behalf of Kenyans, on behalf of more than 70 million of Kenyans, to take Samson Cheralgei to school on courtesy of his fees, to school him, to teach him on how to handle matters on the floor of the House. Amemfunza adabu. Amemuonesha kile ambacho hayui. Amemwelezea who is Ruto. Amemwambia why should he not be mentioning Ruto, kumtetea Ruto kila wakati. Amemwelezea is the oldest in politics. Ashajifunza mengi. Asije akajikombea na yeye. Asije akajifananisha na yeye. Bonny Khalwale, Daktari, the incoming governor of Kakamega County, the father of the nation, has done Kenyans great. Let's listen to him. I'm even out of words. Let's listen to the conversation between Daktari himself, Bonny Khalwale, the father of the nation, and President Ruto's speaker, mouthpiece, Samson Cheralgei.
Patrice Lumumba. Fast forward, here in Tanzania, John Pombe Magufuli, he stood up to neocolonialism and refused. What happened to both presidents? They paid with their lives. So, to massage the egos of the neo-colonists who are still colonizing us economically by accepting something called royalties, is to dance on the grave of Patrice Lumumba and John Pombe Magufuli. All African countries, all African parliaments, in the Pan-African Parliament, in IALA, and in the Senate of Kenya, we must push heads of state so that when they are elected to office, they do not engage in deals with those people who exploit us in the name of saying, after all, we are paying you royalties, and after all, we will do some affirmative action in terms of digging boreholes, building nursery schools and building dispensaries. It is nonsense. We do not want African countries to receive royalties from these colonies. We want to do business with them. We want them to come with their sophisticated technology, and then we meet midway, Mr. Speaker, with our resource so that 50% they get from their technology, technological input, and us, because of udongo wetu, quote unquote, we get the other 50%. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I want to draw the attention to the amount of theft that goes on in the Republic of Kenya when the so-called royalties are being shared. It's a lie, dear colleagues. Here it is. The bill was here. We passed it last month or months before. It shows that, one, Nairobi received royalties from mining of 12.4 million. What mining takes place in Nairobi? Which mineral? Mr. Speaker, they go ahead and they say, Kericho, they give them 1.2 million, not much. But when you look at the geospatial data, Kericho has no minerals. It is classified as a place that is still undergoing exploration to see if any minerals can be established. Mr. Speaker, you go to Nandi County, they received 121 million shillings, Mr. Speaker. And Nandi, I know Nandi. Mr. Speaker, there is only one gold mining site in Nandi called Kareba. So they get 121 million shillings. But Kakamega, the heart of gold mining, how much are we given here? 58 shillings. It is here, 58 shillings. So the treasury mandarins want the senator of Kakamega to be cowardly and say that all is well, because the gold that we get from Kakamega, when they distribute money arbitrarily at treasury, because a son of our region does not sit at the treasury, they give Nandi, which has got very small amount of gold. Kakamega, don't inform me you've had your time. The senator of Nandi, I respect you. Respect me, please. Mr. Speaker, because of the tribalism that is driving the Republic of Kenya.
Point of clarification, or what is it, Senator? Okay. No, yes, I like to Senator Mudama. Yes, Senator Cheralgei.
What point is that, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, a point of order.
Mr. Speaker, under standing 105, I have tremendous respect for my neighbor, and I appreciate that they should get more than 58 shillings. But is he aware that Nandi, that gold mine, is generating 1.4 billion US dollars, and they pay 250 million to KRA in every financial year. So to equate that Nandi is getting more because of other reasons is unfair to the people of Chemelil, Chemase, where gold is. So I wish he would be factual. I sympathize that I agree that Kakamega should get more than Nandi, but we have substantive gold. That is why we have a right that we are even getting less. Mr. Speaker.
Also,
yes,
you know,
Mr. Speaker, I think that qualifies for a point of information.
Sorry, Senator Bonny Khalwale.
Yes.
You know, the chair does not participate in debates, but maybe you check your data whether Kakamega got 58 shillings.
Here it is. This is a document of, this is the county government additional allocation bill schedule showing county by county, including Meru. Mr. Speaker, that was a point of information, and I want to thank you for informing me about what it is that you produce. But please, Senator of Nandi, you can only informed me on matters of dairy farming, but not on gold mining. We were born and bred in the gold mines of Rosterman, in the gold mines of Shigalagala, in the gold mines of Malinya, in the gold mines of Bushiangala, in the gold mines of Isolo, in the gold mines of Majlis. We are the ones who are today sitting, Mr. Speaker, according to geospatial data, sitting on gold was 658 billion shillings. And they give us 58 shillings. And the minister, Hassan Ali Joho, and his peers, they intimidate the people of Ikolomani, Mr. Speaker, with some dog-eared police officers there, that unless you succumb, we are going to tear gas you, we will shoot you. Yes, so far they have killed 6 of our sons, but we are telling them, don't teach our children to become militant. Because we have told them that if they must pay with their lives, as they are paying, in defense of that resource of 658 billion shillings, then history will judge us fairly, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, today, as we speak, the country saw the president was announcing giving compensation to people who had been shot by the police when demonstrating. All the children who were shot by the police when they were demonstrating against this injustice, not a single one of them was given a shilling. This is what has made the government of William Ruto very unpopular in Western Province. And this is why now, everywhere in Western Province, they are saying, Sisi ni Sifuna. It is not a joke. These are issues, real issues of life and death. Mr. Speaker, I want to persuade this House that let this bill be stepped down. We talk to the National Assembly, we cut the shackles of neocolonialism and ask ourselves, how do we want to do the business of exploiting mineral resources? We have to, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, for the reason that if you discovered a mineral resource in the US the way they have, in the UK the way they have, the oil they have, and you attempted to go there as an African and tell them that you wanted to pay them royalty, you'll be lucky to come out alive. Why do we allow them to come this way and they walk away with our wealth? Many of you, especially Professor Tom Ogenda here, you've been to the House of the Lords, House of Lords. You have seen the throne is a 20 feet tall seat made out of nothing but pure gold, 20 feet. And that gold, Mr. Speaker, came from Ghana, it came from South Africa, and it came from Rosterman in Ikolomani. We, the politicians, we are refusing to say no. Because you are afraid you'll die the way Magufuli was killed and the way Patrice Lumumba was killed. Masinde Muliro told us that if you're going into politics, you must be prepared to either die, go to jail, or die a pauper. If you are not prepared for any of the above, then you have no business being in politics. Politics is not a child's play. Colleagues, let us defend our mineral resource. All of you, you have been to Kwale. Kwale, in this list, was paid 804 million shillings royalties. The people at the Treasury, because of the shame of what they are doing to Kwale, they paid them 800 million so as to gag the governor, gag the senator, gag the members of parliament, and gag MCS, so that they are not challenged on this quantum. The levels of poverty in Kwale are amongst the highest in Africa, and yet they sit on rich mineral resources. It is because of this, Mr. Speaker, that we are stepping out and saying, let us change the country. Let us change the government so that we can have a government that is, Mr. Speaker, responsive to this exploitation. Mr. Speaker,
Senator Bonny Khalwale, do you wish to be informed by
yes,
Senator Chimera?
the young Chimera is from Kwale. I know he has something about Kwale that I don't have.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I just want to inform my good friend and my father, Senator Dr. Bonny Khalwale. At first, I come from, he was a med soup when I was being born at Msambweni Hospital, many years down the line. So I consider him as my father. That one, I come from Kwale County, and two, that we did not receive 854 million. We actually received 1.2 billion as our true share of the royalties monies from the national government. It was not monies meant to gag any leadership from Kwale County, Mr. Speaker. So I don't think the good senator is right to say the funds were meant to gag leaders. But the idea was we were receiving our respective share of the royalties allocations, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. I hope he's duly informed.
Thank you, Senator, for informing me. I go by the law. You know, because you are new, you don't know these things. The bill that distributed this schedule became law as soon as we passed it and the president assented to it. So according to this law, you received 804,286,608 shillings. The 1.2 million, you should go back to Kwale and tell them, whereas this money arrived in the office of the governor, the balance of 400 million, where did you, since you received it in the treasury, where did you take that money? No wonder some of you young politicians, you are living very flashy lives. Mr. Speaker, you know, Chimera, I was the doctor in charge at Msambweni Hospital when he was being born. And when he then says that I could as well be his father, I want to confirm that I am not his father, because I did not saw any royal seats when when I was in Msambweni. Mr. Speaker, my hands are too full for me to try any gymnastics in Msambweni, because Mr. Speaker, these things, I'll continue begging you. Let us fix our mineral resource. Let us fix our mineral resource. Let us fix our mineral resource. If it was not thanks to Catherine Muma, I am the only person out of 60 MCS in Kakamega elected, plus 12 members of parliament elected, plus 1 woman MP elected, plus a governor, is only Catherine and I who are asking, where is our gold? So when I say, Chimera, that you are gagged, I did not mean yourself. I mean the collective leadership. Because if they are not gagged, why are they not doing what Senator Muma is doing? As they say, he who pays the piper calls the tune. So the tune that is not being sung in Kakamega by leaders, it is because The investors have paid the piper. Mr. Speaker, we in Kakamega, we don't want any investor to build any primary school, to build any health center, to build anything. We want to build them ourselves. And when I'll be the governor of Kakamega, Mr. Speaker, God willing, we intend to build the gold mining city of Kakamega out of this fortune. We are not, Catherine Muma, going to allow them to go away with the money so that they come and dig some silly boreholes in Kakamega for us. And Catherine Muma, if anything happens to me, this is not a joke. Please stand tall and go back to Ikolomani and refuse that this fortune should not be taken away. It is not out of choice that we were born in Kakamega. That is where we call home. Look at this lie. There's a place called Nyatige, where the Luo members of this house. Nyatige, Makarba, yeah. In Homa Bay, and on this schedule, Homa Bay has received 0. And you tell people, broad-based government, we are in government because a minister has been appointed from your tribe. We want the people of Homa Bay, the treasury, to pay them so that they don't go and queue for handouts from the home of the minister in the morning. Where is the money here? If broad-based is working, Homa Bay, where are you? Where is the money? We are not going to succumb to this, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, finally, but not least, when on June 25th, children stormed this house, everybody in the National Assembly ran away. The executive, they increased their security and locked themselves in safety. It is only you, distinguished senators, who came out with courage, came in this house, put the mess in place, and brought back the country to normalcy. Don't forget, nobody should ever take that away from you. Without that debate that we had here that day, the country was gone. Everything, there were 7 things, 9 things that you told the president to do in this house. He did all of them but 2. So we saved the country. Let us save the country so that the young generation can spare us for our incompetence and wait for their time to come into leadership so that they right the wrong that we are doing today. Mr. Speaker, I want to celebrate members of parliament from Kisii and Nyamira County. Members of parliament